Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup building video for today, March 15th. It's been a while, I know, but I'm like, man, I just been having that need to do the videos, but my sleeping schedule's been off, and I've been kind of lazy during the days, so that's probably like the main reason why I haven't been doing them. And I just really haven't been playing cash games as much as mostly tournaments. I probably run cash games 2, 3 times a week the most, but most of the time it's usually just tournaments, and I'm not really putting much into the cash game. But yeah, sorry for the absence, but let's get into this slate right away, man. We're gonna take a look at point guards, and right off the top, I do not like Chris Paul at this price tag. Damn, are the minutes that well they did get blown out, so that's probably why his minutes are down for the last game. But even the game before that against the Knicks, I think that was close. I mean, everybody's been killing Calderon, but I think this is a Spurs team who's done pretty well at home. Let's take a look at the over under. Okay, so Spurs 9 point favorites at home, 199.5 over under. It's not a game I really want to like target people from just because it's going to be a slow pace, probably a grinded out game. This spread, I'm not quite sure, man. I'm not quite sure we beat the Clippers by 9, but I definitely think it'll be a close game. Just too slow pace for me, and a lot of defense. I can see this game. The Spurs just played the Thunder at home, and that was like a 90 something to 80. Like, what was the score? It was a 90-80 game. That's all I can basically. I don't know why I typed in the Spurs right there. Let's go look at the score real quick. And the Thunder are a way faster paced team than the Clippers, so that's telling you a lot. Okay, let's go. So Spurs was a 93-85 game, so I can only imagine what the Clippers are going to be. And I've seen the Clippers in a lot of games where both teams scored under 90. So I probably don't want to target too many guys from there. There's a few guys I like, but definitely not Chris Paul at this price point. But I think he's still a solid option just because he has the good individual matchup. But as far as him getting 50, I just can't see it today. So he's a fave for me. Kyle Lowry versus the Raptors. I actually like Kyle Lowry a lot. DVP is not in his favor. Let's go take a look at it real quick, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, let's see where Milwaukee ranks right now. So Milwaukee's one of the better teams, pretty much pretty much a top 10 team versus point guards right now. Let's go see because we also have to take into account Michael Carter Williams hasn't been there, so let's see how they fared in the last few weeks. See how they've been doing. Okay, so Milwaukee's still one of the better teams, even with. I mean, they probably haven't faced any high usage point guards, but they're top two teams against point guards in the last 3 weeks, and that's with Michael Carter Williams gone. I'm pretty sure they faced some competition. I know they slowed Westbrook down. We can go take a look at a few other guys they played within the last 3 weeks. So, how many games was that? Let's take a look at it. So, in the last 3 weeks, they played 10 games. So, we'll just go back the last 10 games. All right. So, they played. Hold on, is this Milwaukee? I put Minnesota. I'm like, what? Okay, let's go. So we're gonna see if they face any high usage point guards, just to make sure. Okay, Sloan, I guess you don't really take them into account. Drew Holiday. So let's see what Drew Holiday did here. I'm not gonna go through every single game. What? I clicked the wrong thing. I'm the worst right now. I meant to click this. So we'll just take a look. See what Drew Holiday did versus these guys. Oh, he might have been out. Oh, that's the game he didn't play that many minutes. Yeah. But he still didn't do anything good in those minutes. He got 8.7 turnovers. So that's already a bad game right there in 30 minutes. And that's a high usage point guard right there. Miami. I don't think Dragic did anything special. He might have. I doubt it. D Rose, he didn't do nothing crazy from what I remember. Russell Westbrook, he only had like 30 FTP that game. So pretty much, yeah, they have faced some high usage point guards, but they still been doing pretty good against them. So I'm probably gonna look elsewhere from Lowry just because there's enough value here today. And the Raptors on the second night of a back-to-back, but I would not be surprised to see him go off. And Lowry's coming off a 59 point, pretty much a 60 burger, man. So a lot of people are probably gonna chase those points. 33 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. What a game! But I don't like him, man. The DVP is telling me to look elsewhere, but I would not be surprised if he went off just because he is Kyle Lowry at the end of the day. Next, we have Rondo. This is guy I'm definitely liking, man. We all know how the Lakers fare versus point guards. So in the last 3 weeks and last 9 games, they're still bottom five for the season. I'll click last season. Oh no, I did click season this season. So for the season, let's see where the Lakers rank. So they're the worst team against point guards on the season, and then in the last 3 weeks, they're still like bottom five. So Rondo, there's definitely some merit to playing him. He's probably a guy that's gonna get overlooked just because he's been having a lot of bad games here. Let's take a look. He has a 20 game. I mean, that's against the Spurs. A 33, that's not him value. 22 versus Cleveland, 20 versus Utah. But I think this is a good situation for him here. Where I can see him pretty much having like 15 plus assists today against the Lakers, and maybe just needs 10 points and quite a few steals. But uh Rondo 8K, the prices come down. Great matchup. His usage just came down a little bit. Let's go take a look real quick. At 8K, man, it's kind of hard to turn down. Rondo against this team should go off. So his usage just went down a little bit. 18.4, that's still pretty solid. Just that book. Oh, this is only within the last 2 games. Let's see if we get some more. Let's go back a little bit further than that. So 18, still hovering around 18.7 in the last 4. So not a super high usage guy, but I mean, he's a guy that gets it done with peripherals. He doesn't need to score often. So that's how I look at it there. And, oh, before I forget, let me go to YouTube, see if I have any viewers right now. See if any guys are watching. Okay, I have 8 watchers right now. What's good, Matt? Yeah, I'm definitely back for a little while, man. It's just been so long since I last put out a video. So I'm like, man, I got to put out something. And I definitely probably want to get some MLB videos in when the season starts. So I'm like, hey, might as well pick up some steam now, get out of this lazy habit. So yeah, Rondo, man, he's definitely in play, man. He's probably on the list. If I'm picking out a 3 point guards, he's one of them right now. So I love Rondo a lot. The matchups there for him. He's a high peripheral guy, and I think this is a situation where you can get a lot of those. Let's take a look at the over under. 218 over under, highest over under of the day. So this game you definitely want to target. So I might have some Rondo exposure today. So no problem with them there. We can move on next. IT2. I'm not really feeling him versus the Pacers, but damn, just because it feels like he's so scoring dependent. But let's go take a look at how the deep. And earlier in the season, we did not want to pick on the Pacers with point guards, but the numbers have shown elsewise, like in the last 3 weeks. So let's just drop down again. But let's go take a look at it because point guards have been lighting George Hill up a little bit. Ah, crap! Clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so let's see. So the Pacers, okay, so they got a little bit better because I remember they were like they're like fifth or sixth worst for a little while, but they dropped back down. So maybe we still don't want to pick on them. But in the last few weeks, they've been surrendering a lot of points. So let's go see at the real life points. So Pacers are giving up the fifth most real actual points. So maybe there's some merit to IT2, but at that price tag, I don't really like him on the road. Probably not somebody I want to pick on, but I know his usage is going to be way up there. Let's go take a look at what it's been. Okay. So 32.1, that's pretty much through the roof. So there's some merit to playing them. No Sullinger. I mean, no Jay Crowder. IT2 definitely going to look to score a lot more. Who else would he have? Let's go see his game log. That's what I meant to say. 38 minutes, and I don't think that was an overtime game at all. And he still he didn't do too good, man. So I mean, I'm probably gonna have to. You probably just gotta wait till you get him in the perfect spot. I don't think this is a great spot for him yet. This game will be up in pace, but got 30 real life points and only had 31 FDP, 6 turnovers. I'm not really feeling him there. D'Angelo Russell, I like him a little bit today, but it's kind of hard to trust him when Byron Scott is the coach, man. Now that Lou Will's back, if the bench gets going, they're just gonna keep him on the bench. That's what it seems like. So probably not. His price is too. It's pretty much too risky to play him at that price. But I would not be surprised to see him play it off if he plays over 30 minutes today, which is very much possible in a fast-paced game. He had an off game last game, but the Kings, we do know that their defense is kind of bad. So maybe he bounces back, but I'm not high on him. Not enough to really roster him today. But I do think he's pretty solid. Let's go see his usage from last game. Let's see. Okay, so last 4 games, 26.1. Now let's go see the actual last game. I think was Sunday. Let's see his usage from that game. So it dropped all the way to 18 with Lou Will back. Lou Will 24.1, Clarkson 34, Kobe 29. So even Huertas had a high usage than him. So I'm probably gonna look elsewhere for the time being. But I would not be surprised for Russell to hit value if he gets the minutes today. So that's how I'm looking at it there. He's a fade though for me right now. Ish Smith versus Brooklyn. He's in a great spot right now. 6,500. Just about where we can think about roster him. I'm not high on him today because I am scared of a blowout, especially with these guys being on the road. But every time I predict the Sixers to get blown out, they keep it close. And man, he has good DVP here. Let's go take a look at point guards versus Brooklyn. See, we go off the last 3 weeks. Let's see how Brooklyn's fared. Still bottom 10 in the last 3 weeks. Now let's go take a look at on the season. All right. Let's see. See what we get out of Brooklyn. Okay, so Brooklyn's bottom 10 team on the season as well. So, man, there's definitely some merit to playing Ish Smith, especially if you want to punt some of these guys. Let's go back to the Sixers usage rate. Let's see what. Oh crap! I put it for the last day. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit more than a week. Okay, so 4 games, that's pretty good. All right, so in the last 4 games, is 24.1, not the greatest in the world, but man, still he's still playing decent amount of minutes. And I think if this game does stay close, it has a lot to do with Ish. So if you're one of those guys that really thinks Philly keeps it close, maybe Ish is the play. Man, he has a good matchup here. I'm not really scared of any Donald Sloan or Shane Larkin, so I like this a lot here. I have no problem with him. I don't know if he presents enough upside though, because I'm looking for somebody that has a chance to crush value. Because I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. I'm gonna skip ahead all the way to center. Boogie is my lock of the day. Like he's not leaving my lineup, so we pretty much don't even have to talk about anybody else besides him. But let's go back to point guard, Manuel Mudiay. Now, Mudiay is somebody I kind of like today. I think he's in a decent spot. Orlando, I think they had their struggles with point guards this season. Yeah, they're bottom 10 versus point guards. Then you get a guy with Moutier who has a 29.2 usage rate in the last week. Let me show you guys this. And he's actually been balling lately. So, where's he at? Okay. I went back more than a week. 29.5 usage rate in the last 4 games. What does scare me, though, let's go take a look at something. I think this is their 3rd game in 4 nights, so there might be some fatigue, and it's the second leg of a back-to-back. So let's go see. I like to use Roto-Grinders back-to-back to see the games. I'm too lazy to go to ESPN and see when they play. So, yeah, this is the 3rd game in 4 nights. So there might be some fatigue. And the second night of a back-to-back, I mean, they didn't really travel too far from Miami to Orlando, and I would not be surprised to see him flop with some and all. But it's just that it's Orlando, so man, I don't know how much merit to take in the 3 games of 4 nights, but I do like Moutier a little bit. But I will not be surprised to see Denver kind of lay an egg, just because it might be a little fatigued and it's a road game. But he's been balling as of late, so let's just take a look at his game log 24. And this was before he was 6,100, so 24, 37, 45, 38, 30, 37. Yeah, disappointing game against Washington. Okay, we give him that pass. Then he came back and ball versus Miami, 36.6. So I think Moody is a pretty solid option. I have no problem with him. He's probably one. He's definitely going to be in my pool of the top 3 point guards I'm feeling today. So right now, the top 3: Rondo, Moutier, and I'm gonna give you the next one after Alfred Payton. I think he's he's out, so you don't have to worry about him. Maybe Darren Collison in the tournament. I don't really like him as much, but at this price tag, he allows you the flexibility to get some other guys, and it pretty much depends if guys like is McLemore playing. Let's see. Let's go take a look. So he's doubtful. So Darren Collison is likely going to continue to play the 2. So, man, I guess you could pick on. I guess you could pick on him a little bit. Pick on Jordan Clarkson a little bit with Collison. So I like it a little bit. Let's go take a look at his usage real quick. I think it's above Rondo's as well. So I know it's actually under 17.1, not the greatest, but hey, I'm thinking about playing Rondo with his 18.1, 18.7 usage, and he's a lot more expensive than Collison. So I like Collison a little bit here. It's just that only reason why I wouldn't play Collison because he's not gonna be running point a lot of the time. And then Boogie, I really feel like Boogie can have a 70-point game, and that's probably gonna consist of him not passing the ball to anybody. So uh, pretty much probably he's probably gonna have the whole Lakers bigs in foul trouble too as well. So we can move on now. I'm not really feeling Tony Parker versus the Clippers. That's a fade. We got Marcus Smart versus the Pacers. Who knows? Too less getting too cute. Now I do like Donald Sloan a little bit versus Philly. He does have the DVP here. Pretty solid usage rate. He's been doing his thing when he gets minutes. That's the thing. We don't know when he's getting the minutes. We don't know when he's going to be the focal point of the offense because some days he comes out and just chucking shots, being a floor general, and some days he lays an egg. So for right now, he's a tournament option, but I do like him a little bit. Let's go take a look at his usage as well. Uh, see. So 17.0 in the last 3 games in a good matchup. Maybe I go with the Moutier and Rondo stacking, play it safe, but I do like Sloan a little bit. Also, we have the last point guard I want to. Oh no, we have that. We have to talk about another guy since Alfred Payne's out. Gotta talk about C.J. Watson, but Isaiah Cannon, he's probably worth a tournament option. He's just so scoring dependent. So he's been playing. He played 33 minutes last game with all the guys out. So I kind of expect him to play a similar amount of minutes again. So if he does 3,800, that's probably worth it. That's probably worth a shot. I don't know if I probably want to play him over C.J. Watson though. C.J. Watson 3,600. They did get blown out though. I think that was because look at this. It was the second leg of it back to back. They played the Kings. The next game they had to travel to Portland, so of course Portland was gonna blow them out. So maybe he goes back to the 34 minutes. He could probably put up the same amount as Cannon, so that's kind of tricky there. So to be the top for the tiebreaker, let's go see who has a high usage. Let's go Cannon. And the last what? Okay, going last 3 games. What is this? Yeah, last 3 games, Ken has an 18.3. Let's go look at C.J. Watson now. All right. C.J. Watson 18.7. So that's pretty close. And then we'll take a look at over under Orlando. 211 over under 3-point spread in favor of Orlando at home. So maybe there's some okay, and Vucevic is expected to be out. So I guess we could take. I definitely maybe we go C.J. Watson over Cannon in the tournament. Oh crap! Why did it refresh? All right, so let's go see. Why am I blind right now? Okay, 210 over under and 7-point spread, 8 point spread in favor of Brooklyn. So probably lean more towards C.J. Watson because the over under is just a little bit higher and they're actually projected to win. So and he has point four higher uses than Isaiah Cannon. Let's go look. I like Russell versus the Kings. I like Ed Smith. Sloan, though. Collison is my lock. It's the Lakers. Yeah, garbage time, and Collison is gonna check it. You think the Kings blow out the Lakers on the road? I can't see that happening. Cannon over Watson. Depot runs the point for Orlando without. Yeah, but I guess so. But he still has a pretty solid usage rate, so that's kind of why I like Watson. Pretty much the same usage rate, and Cannon's coming off the bench while C.J. Watson actually playing with the starters, so I guess he's getting better quality shots than Isaiah Cannon, so that's probably why I like him. So we can move on to shooting guard now. DeMar DeRozan, I'm not paying 8,400 for this guy, and his home road splits are horrible, man. Let's go take a look at it real quick. He has to have not at that. I can't play him at that price on the second night of a back to back. Let's go look at the drop off in DeMar DeRozan's production from home to road. So pretty much he's averaging 25.6 points at home, 21.9 on the road. All his production's pretty much gone down. He maybe got a 0.1 assist better on the road, but still, man, that production and points, he's already scoring dependent. So probably don't want to have too much exposure to him, especially I think there's enough value at shooting guard to fade him. So he's a fade for me right now. But I do like the same guy across from him, which is Chris Middleton, man. He's been balling. I think his usage just went up. He's been playing a bunch of minutes, close to 40 every game. And just look at the production, man. He's getting it done all over the place. He's racking up the assists. The points are going to be there for him, and rebounds. And this is a home game, and the Raptors are on the second night of back-to-back. So definitely like him a little bit. Let's go take a look at his usage. Right, Milwaukee. And the last 3 games, okay, the usage hasn't been the craziest because I guess a lot of his production is coming from getting the steals and everything like that and the rebound. So 21.0, 40 minutes though. I mean, does a 21.0 usage really matter that much when you're playing 40 minutes against a guy that really can't guard you? Because DeMar DeRozan's one of the worst defenders for the shooting guard position. Let's go take a look at DVP. I'm pretty sure the Raptors have to be bottom 5 to bottom 10. I may be wrong. All right. Let's see. So Toronto. Oh no, that's not. Let me update it first. Okay. So they're actually not one of the worst teams, but I still think you could pick on DeRozan just because I know his individual defense isn't good at all. So maybe there's some merit to playing him. But Chris Middleton, he's been balling, man. Like, what's his floor? Like, he's producing pretty much in every good matchup, and I'm not sure this is the greatest matchup for Giannis. So I think there's some merit to playing some Middleton here today. So I like him a little bit. I probably won't force him into my lineup when you have just because he's 8,300. I guys like Depot, who I do love today. Shooting guards against Denver has been shooting guards have been killing Denver. So Oladipo comes in at a decent price. Let's go take a look at his production. 25, 37, 35, 39. So he's been producing, and this is a great matchup for him here today. Home game, getting Denver on the second night of it back-to-back. See the minutes. They did get blown out, so I'm not going to hold 24 against them. 39, 36, 39 in the last three of the 4 games they played. So I love Oladipo today. He's pretty much a lock for me. Going to lock him in there. It's not even much to say, man. Just Denver's kids like murdered by them, and they're 4th worst in DVP versus shooting guard. So some merit to playing them. The over/unders looking pretty good. 211, 3-point spread in favor of Orlando. I don't know how I can fade Oladipo and cash all tournaments today. So he's locked for me right now. Monta Ellis, don't really like picking on Avery Bradley, so I'm just gonna look elsewhere. Will Barton, is there some merit to playing him on the night? Those minutes are too inconsistent. Got 32 nights in a row that comes back, plays 20. So you really never know what you're going to get with him. So at that price tag, just a little bit too risky. I'd rather take my chance with Jordan Clarkson there today before I take that chance with Will Barton. It's kind of tough because you don't know how if Marcelo Huertas is going to keep getting minutes, man. Let's look at this. This is who's stealing minutes from Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell. Why is he playing 26 minutes? He's not that good. He has been producing, so I'm not going to kill him. But, man, he should not be on the court when you have guys like Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell trying to develop. And so, I mean, maybe it's a little bit too risky to play Jordan Clarkson, but I still like him. I think he gets it going today. And there's probably going to be no way you can take him out just because he's going to be playing so well that I feel like they're just going to keep him in. Part of the reason why I think they benched Russell and Clarkson was because they started to get blown out, and the bench brought them back in, so they probably didn't want to bring the starters back in. Except for Kobe, he probably asked to come back in because he's Kobe. So I don't think these guys get blown out today. So maybe it's some merit to playing Clarkson. Let's go take a look at the over/under. 218 over/under. Only 4-point underdogs. It's not too bad, and they're at home, so I'll take it. Let's go look at his usage. He still had a 34 usage in the 22 minutes he played last game, so I'm not going to kill him for that. Let's see. 24.2, okay. But the actual game he played against the Lakers with Lou Will and Huertas playing those minutes, still had a 34.0 usage in the 22 minutes he played. So he's a guy that's definitely been looking to score a lot, so I like him a little bit. I'm not going to lock him in yet, but he's a solid play. Now, Lou Will, he might be sneaky in tournaments. This guy, he plays 26 minutes. He's a streaky scorer. He can actually put up 30 points in 25 minutes against the Kings, man. He's just that kind of a player. But I really would like him more if I knew his minute situation. But since I don't, I probably just the only way I can pretty much roster Lil Will is if Kobe sits out today because I know he's gonna get a bunch of more. He's gonna get a bunch of minutes. So other than that, I'm looking to fade him. These other shooting guards most likely fades for me. Okay, let's see Nick Stauskas minutes first. 26, that's pretty solid. Maybe he's worth a tournament look, but I'm not banking on 15 points from those Stauskas today. Uh, Sean Kilpatrick, he's a fade with Wayne Ellington most likely to play. Let's see. He's considered. Oh, he's questionable. Okay, he might play, man. He had a couple days rest. It's been what 3 days, so he should be fine. And after that, man, shooting guard gets thin, so not really too many guys I'm high on at shooting guard. So for the sake of it, let's just go Oladipo and Clarkson, 5,700. I'm gonna take that chance on Clarkson just for the video. I'm not saying he's a lock right now, but I like him a little bit. So next we got small forward and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm not paying 10K for this man. There's no way I can do so, man. I can't kill him because look at this upside, 71. But I don't think the matchup's there for him today. I'm not really a fan of his matchup today. He actually had an amazing matchup versus Brooklyn. He's not getting 28, 11, and 14, 4 steals, 2 blocks against Toronto. Toronto plays too slow, and Brooklyn just doesn't really have a decent enough offense to keep flow and for him to just do whatever he wants against them. So don't see that happen. Toronto's a top 10 defense, if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually go take a look at it. They did lose to the Bulls last night. I know people are going to be like, how are they top defense? They just lost to the Bulls, a short-handed Bulls. But I'm just going based off the stats right now. See where Toronto ranks. Okay, so they actually dropped a little bit. They were within like the top 10 since the last time I checked, and now they're ranked 13th. So maybe there is some merit to playing Giannis, but at that price point, I just can't do it. Let's go see what they're doing against small forwards. Toronto. All right, so Toronto top 5 defense versus small forwards. So I'm probably just gonna look elsewhere regardless. Don't really like picking on them with small forwards. So that's a fade for me. Let's take a look at the chat real quick. What up, Julio? Message retracted. Avery Bradley, Monta's trash. Yeah, I'm not touching those 2 guys. IT2 gets George Hill and PG13. Yeah, PG. I'm about to talk about him too. Turner's a trap, never. Okay. Yeah, PG13. That's one of my favorite guys today. But I have to talk about Kawhi Leonard today. I think he has a pretty decent matchup. He is going against Luke Mute. The DVP, I think, is pretty much there for him just because of the way he's been producing. His usage has been way up. And he's not a guy that needs 30 points to hit value. He needs, 22, 25? And then the peripherals are always there for him. And the Clippers are one of the worst rebounding teams. And Kawhi is an amazing rebounder. So let's go see what the Clippers rank DVP versus small forwards. Okay, so they've actually been doing pretty well against them. But I think the way Kawhi's playing right now, you kind of just might have to have some exposure to them if you can fit them. So Clippers right there above the middle, right above top 10. So probably don't want to pick too much on them there. Probably just want to go with that boy, PG13. But let's look at Kawhi's game log first. 44, 47, okay, 49, 53, 45, 40, 45. So the boy's been producing, man. He's getting a lot more minutes than he was earlier in the season. So when I play these guys, I like to see if they're on a back-to-back or not. If this is the first night of a back-to-back for the Spurs. Okay, which it is not. So there's definitely no reason that Tim Duncan and Tony Parker aren't going to play regular minutes today, because that's what I usually like to look for with the Spurs. Because when they are on the first night of a back-to-back, Tim Duncan and Tony Parker usually don't get too many minutes and stuff like that. So that probably ups Kawhi usage. But today, I think this game is going to be too slow pace of a game for me to really touch Kawhi. Just because, if this was going to be a fast-paced game, if this was the Clippers with Blake Griffin, I definitely have to have some exposure to Kawhi. But this is the slow pace. Luke Mute, Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, Clippers, man. So definitely probably going to look to avoid him and go with that boy, PG13. He has killed me throughout the season. I'm not gonna lie, PG-13 is a guy I never get right, but I just have a feeling today. I just don't see anywhere that I can fade him. Let's go take a look at the usage. Let's see. Within the last week. Oh, that's only the last game. So just within the last game, he had 27.9. That's still pretty solid. Damn, they only played 2 games? What the hell? All right, so PG-13 in the last 3 games, 27.1 usage rate. It's pretty darn good if you ask me. So you get the Boston Celtics, who's pretty much a little bit, they're close to middle of the pack, but now that they lost Crowder, Evan Turner cannot guard PG-13, man. And I'm pretty much high on him today, so there's just no way I'm fading him. Let's take a look at the over-under. Where's he at? 207 over-under, 2-point spread in favor of the Pacers. There's no way I'm fading him, especially when you eliminate Monta from the equation. Monta is their like go-to scorer sometimes when it's not PG-13. So now that Monta has a bad matchup, you pretty much they're just gonna be looking to Paul George all game. So I like him a lot. He's pretty much locked for me. You can kind of move on down the list. Evan Turner, is he worth a play? Now, I kind of like him because he pretty much plays point guard, so I'm not really too scared about him being matched up against Paul George, unless he's going to get in foul trouble. Now, that will scare me in case he gets in foul trouble. But if he's seeing 34 minutes with Crowder out, oh my, there's no way he's not hitting value. Just because he's pretty much the point guard, and I like him. He's a high peripheral guy. He's just like Rondo, doesn't score a lot of real life points. Like, look, Rondo can hit 41 FTP with only 11 actual points, and that's pretty much what Evan Turner does: 16 actual points, 43 FTP. So, it's kind of hard for me to look elsewhere from Turner just because it's 5,900, man, for a guy that has 35 to 40 point upside in a fast-paced game, and he plays a lot of point guard. Let's go look at his usage. You got to do that. Let's see. I like him more if he was coming off the bench and still see starters minutes though. But damn, the usage hasn't been that high. But I guess it's because he's not he's not a scorer. He's mainly just a peripheral guy that gets the steals, the rebounds, the assists. That's more of his game. So I like Evan Turner a little bit. He's probably gonna be high owned than Cash. So if you're playing Cash games, you might want to have some exposure to him today. Especially once they announce the starting lineup. Oh my God, he's gonna be in like 60% of lineups. So Evan Turner, I like him today. He's pretty solid. Let's see what you guys think. Dion, can you fit a Kawhi PG stack with your current lineup? Maybe. Only reason I'm probably not gonna fade Kawhi just because of the pace of the game, but I still like Kawhi just because let's go look at him again. 20. So he can do this on pretty much anybody. He got 23 actual points versus the Pacers. He just didn't get the peripherals that game, which he usually gets, and he's probably gonna get that versus the Clippers. Let's see another game we went off without the points. So 27 points, 40 FTP, 27 points, 45 FTP. Like he fills up the stat sheet, so he's not a bad option today. It's just that I don't know. I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is gonna eat up so much salary. I don't know if he's worth playing. But we're gonna see the power forwards. I'm gonna just have Kawhi there, but he's not gonna be in my lineup. So we pretty much. Oh no, I didn't finish with small forward. I'm messing up right now. Evan Fournier, I like him a little bit. He's been producing. Doesn't have the greatest matchup in the world versus Jakar Sampson. He does have some flop ability, but 38, 40 minutes versus the Nuggets and they're on night 2 of a back-to-back while he's at home. It's kind of hard to turn that down, and that's part of the reason why I'm probably just gonna fade Kawhi just because there's so much value to that small forward today that it's really not necessary to pay up for both small forwards unless you feel like Kawhi's going for 50. I don't think Kawhi's going for 50 today, so I'm looking elsewhere. Evan Fournier, solid option, man. Playing a bunch of minutes, fast-paced game, high over-under. Let's take a look at it again. 211.5 over-under 3-point spread in favor of Orlando. So that's a lot of implied points. Definitely want to have some exposure to Fournier. He's a pretty solid usage guy. Let's go take a look real quick. Okay, so 20.8 in the last 4, and I think the Vucevic play? No, Vucevic didn't play any of the last 4 games. So that's what Vucevic out. 20.8, man. Against this Denver Nuggets team, he should be able to produce at home. I like him a lot. He's probably one of my top 3 small forwards that I'm running with today. So it's probably gonna be between Paul George, Turner, and Fournier. And I might have the last guy I'm gonna talk about have some exposure to Bojan versus Philly. I think he's in a great spot. His usage is pretty much the same thing, but he's just so damn scoring dependent. That's why I don't like him. Fournier racks up the assists, gets a bunch of steals, and he scores. So what am I looking for? Okay, Brooklyn, yeah. Bojan, 21.3 in the last 2 games. He missed one before that, but he's pretty much been hovering around 21 since these guys been out. So I like Bojan since he's been in the starting lineup, and it's probably can't fade him today in cash. He's probably going to be like 50% owned in cash, and if he hits a 25, 30-point game, you want to have exposure. I'm wondering what PG is going to be in cash because I know Boogie's going to be like 60. I'm trying to make a lineup where I know it's kind of chalky. I'm trying to see who the most chalkiest guys will be. Probably the guys that will probably be the most contrarian will be point guards. I think DeMarcus Cousins is going to be a lock for people. I think Bojan's going to be a lock for people. I think Oladipo's going to be a lock for people. Moutier is going to be a lock. So those are 4 chalky guys right there. The other 4, it's kind of hard to figure out, but we're going to take a look at power forward now. Aldridge, decent matchup. Just can't pay 8K for him. It's unnecessary in this pace of a game, so probably look elsewhere. Thaddeus Young, he's in a pretty solid matchup. Versus Carl Landry. Let's go see the projected lineup. All right, so yeah, versus Kyle Landry, I have no problem with that. He's a little bit too athletic and quick for Landry. Landry's getting a little old, but Landry's actually been balling himself. Thaddeus Young, let's take a look at his usage again. What is it, 24.2? So it's kind of hard to not have any exposure to him as well. So probably going to lock him a little bit. Let's see what these guys have been doing in the last week because I think Landry's only been playing for like a week. So let's see power forwards in the last week. Okay, let's see where Philly ranks. Not really. Oh, wow. In the last 3 games, Philly has been one of the best teams versus power forwards. That's odd. So I guess Carl Landry is locking people down. I don't know what's going on. But I still like that. Young. That usage up there, man. And 37 minutes versus Philly, he has to fall in 35 FDP. I think he's probably the safest power forward. So right there, you got another chalky play. I think he's probably going to be the highest on power forward today. So I like him. Aaron Gordon, a little bit in tournaments. Just that, man, I hate getting Scott Styles, man. That guy, like, he just jerks around with his minutes. Like, there's no reason that he shouldn't have played 30 minutes against the Kings. Why is he playing 28 minutes versus the Lakers, 16 versus Phoenix? So you never know what you're going to get from Scott Skiles. So you got to be cautious there with him. But he might be high owned again just because Denver has had some problems against power forwards this season. Let's go take a look. Let's see. So Denver, bottom 10 team versus power. Oh, crap. I didn't even click the thing. All right. So Denver, bottom 10 team versus power forwards. Like I said, for most of the season, we see Luol Deng just had a great game yesterday. How much did Deng? Deng had a pretty solid game against them last night, even though he's more of a small forward than power forward. So he's kind of cheating. But power forward still been killing him, man. So definitely like Aaron Gordon a little bit. Jabari Parker. He's been pretty solid, man. This guy doesn't seem to get less than 30 in any decent matchup. So, of course, he against Miami wasn't a great matchup. Versus New Orleans wasn't a great matchup. Brooklyn's not even really a good matchup, and he still managed to get 30. So, I think it's a pretty solid matchup here. Has a high usage rate. Can't really see Scola keeping up with him today. So, let's go take a look at some things. Where's Milwaukee? So in the last 5 games, 23.7 usage rate. So that's pretty darn high for his price. I'd probably take him over Aaron Gordon just because I feel like his minutes are safer. It's a home game, higher usage, and man, he's just been more consistent. Even though it's mainly due to his coaching giving him minutes, but I still like Jabari over him a little bit. So for power forwards, I'm gonna lock in Thaddeus Young just to be a little safe. But yeah, there's no way I'm fitting Kawhi. There's no way I can fit Kawhi in today's lineup. So My second favorite small forward after PG. It's kind of tough, so I'm probably go Bojan, man. Fournier, just to be a little safer. See how much we got to work with. And if we're probably not gonna have that much to work with, so I'm probably gonna have to downgrade to Bojan. Actually, go down to Bojan. All right, and then we work from there. So power forwards will still continue. I like Nerlens Noel playing center day. 6,400. Let's see what he did last time versus Brooklyn. 34. Pretty much, I think he can pretty much do the same thing. He's not a high usage guy as well. These stats are pretty much what you're gonna get when he gets 34 minutes. So I think he's pretty safe. You can lock this guy in as well. He's probably a lock for me as well, just because he's super safe. Let's see what Brooklyn's doing against centers. I know they're bottom 5 from the last time I checked. Okay, so they actually improved a little bit, but still bottom 10 versus centers. Still a lot of Fanduel points to give up. They're giving up. So I like Nerlens Noel a lot, even though it's a road game. I'm not. Let's see if there's any difference between him at road, from him on the road and at home. Okay, cool. Let's see what you got. Julio got you heads up on FanDuel. Name the slate. Oh, I see a little competitiveness going on in the chat. All right, Julius Randle, he's going to eat against Mr. AC. The thing I don't like about Julius Randle, his usage is going to probably go down if Kobe and Lou Will play. So that's pretty much just ruining him right there. And that price tag, I don't like this 61 price tag with all those guys in the starting lineup. So probably going to look elsewhere. But let's see the splits. Highest fared on the road and at home. Okay, so at home, he's averaging 10.5, on the road 11.7, 8 rebounds. Okay, so the production is pretty much the same from home to road, so I think we can still have some Nerlens Noel exposure. I think these two guys are the safest power forwards, so I probably approach that with a cash game mentality, just because I don't know if any of these other power forwards present enough upside for me. But if anybody else I'm looking at, as far as power forwards go, just to have in a tournament, probably look at Miles Turner. Okay, 28 minutes, 30 FTP. He played in garbage time though, so I'm not really too high on Turner because of that. His minutes have been a little bit too inconsistent for me, and the production has been down. So I'll probably look elsewhere, especially at that price tag. Who else? Carl Landry. He's been pretty solid, but I don't think this is a great matchup for him. And he's only playing 20. He's maxing out at 25, 26 minutes. So right now, looking like Nerlens Noel and Thaddeus Young are my favorite power forwards. Let's see if I can find a punt. Maybe Jason Smith might be getting a little too cute. He only played 11 minutes because of a blowout, and that's kind of sad. So who the hell played during that blowout? I forgot about Thaddeus Young. He might be in play just because Willie Reed is out. Oh crap! I almost forgot about him. Let me find him real quick. And there he goes, right here, Thaddeus Young. Thomas Robinson. What am I saying? If he gets 20 minutes today versus this team, versus Philly, he's going to feast. We all know he kind of hates them, man. Look what he didn't actually get that many minutes versus them last time. Thought they actually give him some rent time minutes. But look what he did versus Minnesota, and that's a pretty good team. 47.9 FTP in 40 minutes. So he's pretty much a point per minute kind of guy. So if he gets 20 minutes here today, especially with Willie Reed out, he's probably going to get 20 FTP here. So let's go see how many minutes Willie Reed played first. See how much he might take. Oh, so Willie Reed didn't even play that many minutes. So what's going on here? Let's go take a look. Who's getting these power 4 minutes? Might be Chris McCullough. Might be McCullough, and he's questionable. So, okay, I like to see that. Damn. And Brook Lopez, I don't think he's getting much. He only got 35 minutes, so it's weird. So, I'm trying to figure out who's playing these power 4 minutes. Thaddeus Young, how much he got? 37. All right, so I guess that was pretty. No, actually, that is pretty even because Willie Reed had about 4, McCullough had about 11, Thomas Robinson had about 10. So, yeah, it's around 48 even for all of them. So, basically what I'm trying to say is if Thomas Robinson, those guys, if those bigs are out, man, Thomas Robinson becomes a nice little option at 3,500 minimum price guy. There's really some merit to playing him, so I like him a little bit. So after that, we're gonna move on to center. Last play of the day, DeMarcus Cousins is my lock. Told you guys that, but we're gonna talk about some other centers. And DeAndre Jordan is a fave for me. Brook Lopez, 8,500 versus the Sixers, who have struggled versus centers all season. They've given up the most DVP, most FanDuel points to them on the season. So some merit to playing Brook Lopez. Let's go take a look at the usage. It's pretty high, actually. Let's see. 28.1 usage rate. But man, the only thing I hate about Brook, he's kind of scoring dependent because usually doesn't get those 45 point games unless he has like 30 actual points or like 5 blocks. So let's see what he's been doing. So like look at this, it's 35 game, 36 he got you to 50. So I'm pretty much I'm not sold on him getting it. And that Philly only got 38.9. So let's go see if there's a difference between home and road splits for him. Okay. Brooklyn. About to take a look right now. Okay. See the splits. So at home, he's actually averaging more points on the road than at home. So he has reverse splits for some strange reason. So maybe there's some merit to fade in, but it's just that I like Boogie so much that even if there's nobody that can get me off of Boogie right now, so especially when there's not any other positions to pay up for, I think you just have to go Boogie, man. There's really no, I don't feel like I have to pay up for Chris Paul, Lowry, Victor Oladipo. There's some value there. I got enough value at point guard. I think I could still make something work. So let's say we go Moutier, and then we can still go Cannon or CJ Watson. So Moutier is probably a lock for me right now. Who else? Where's Cannon? So you can probably lock him in there. So that's kind of what I could work with. But we're gonna still go through some of the center plays. Vucevic is doubtful, so probably gonna look elsewhere. Greg Monroe, not a great matchup for him, especially against Biyombo. Actually, I do like Biyombo as well. Now that I'm talking about him, 3,800 sodas. We're already looking at the center plays horrible today. So let's see if there's any punch that looks solid. Nope. So after that, pretty much Biyombo's the last play I'm even thinking about. 3,800 for a guy that's gonna most likely play 30 minutes against Milwaukee, who has their struggles versus centers. So let's go see bottom 10 team versus centers. You get Biyombo at 3,800, possibly playing 30 minutes. You really don't get much better than that. I've seen this man hit value without scoring any actual points. So he's a guy that's just gonna get most of his points from rebounds and blocks and steals and stuff like that. So that 3,800, man, I love high peripheral guys, and that's what he is. So all he needs is 20 FDP, and if he hits 6-7 times value, that's even better. So I like him a little bit, but it just comes down to the fact that there's nobody for me to pay up for. So I'd rather just take Boogie and get value elsewhere. So let's go see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, 76 have shut down Brook all year for some reason. Yeah, that is true. I've actually looked at that. All in on Sweet Lou. On brand with the fake production. Yeah, I don't think Ellen Brand's going to produce that again, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him get 20 FDP. Parker not good. Yeah, it's a good choice. Jason Thompson. It's kind of hard for me to trust him, but let's go take a look. Only 12 minutes yesterday. I mean, yeah, 20. But that was against Brooklyn, so I'm not really gonna give him that much craps. I feel like Toronto has enough bigs though that they don't have to play, that they don't have to give Jason Thompson all those minutes. So got Biyombo. Well, they're probably not gonna get his no wear guy, whatever, any minutes. So Anthony Benn is cut if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's been waived. Scola, Pat. So I think they're still solid. I don't think Jason Thompson sees more than like 15, 18 minutes. So if he's gonna get over 25 at that price point, maybe there's some merit to playing JT, but I'm not high on him today just because I don't think he has that much upside. Landry over Noel, save and upgrade. Landry may go 8 times. I don't see Landry going 8 times just because look at this, man. Like he's not even playing that many minutes. Let's go back to him. Where's he at? 25 is he's not getting 18 points on Thaddeus Young now. 18 points, man, maybe 10. I can't really see him. But at his price tag, all you need is what, 22 FDP, 23. That's possible, but I'm not gonna bank on that in 25 minutes when I could go safer. And I could be safe with these 2 power forwards, Nerlens Noel, Thaddeus Young. And then there's still enough value that I'm not pressed to really get anything. I mean, maybe if I want to upgrade my if I want to upgrade Boban now, I could. Let's see who I would. Okay, let's downgrade Noel. Okay, let's go. Carl Landry. Let's see who we can upgrade. Like who am I gonna upgrade to, man? That's the thing. Is there anybody worth upgrading to? Maybe Rondo. Let's say we go Rondo. We can actually keep Cannon or Watson. I'm just gonna keep one of those. 4,300. And then that still allows. I want Fournier though. I'm still allowed to get Bojan, but man, is Carl Landry gonna exceed value? Not just hit it. Is he gonna exceed value? That's my problem with him. I don't want 5 times value from Landry because at his price, I rather get 6-7. I want that 6-7. Brook for 39. Not at home. Add an extra 10 points at home. If you're trying to go with high price players stack, 2 Pain is a good look for a cheap play. Yeah, he has been seeing some minutes. Let's go to him. Plays for Denver, if I'm not mistaken. Oh crap. Could have sworn he plays for Denver. What team? What the hell? 2 Pain. I think your price. Maybe I'm spelling his name wrong. Let's see. Well, I know he's a punt, so we pretty much just go to all punts, man. Let's just do that. I could have sworn that dude plays for Denver though. I can't find him right now. That's weird. Damn, I'm really going scrolling through all these punts. I can't find him. Unless he was like on a 10-day contract or something. That might what happened. Cause there's no way he's 4K. I know that for a fact. So yeah, he's not on this slate. Got me going through all the wrong people. Jokic, bro, he killed Cousins. Only need 25, 30 minutes hit value. That's definitely possible. I like Jokic a little bit. Youngest soft. Nah, I don't disrespect my boy Thaddeus. I think he's a pretty tough dude. Let's go see Jokic what he did last time. Cause I think that was within the last 10 games. I just can't play Jokic because that man is foul trouble. And didn't Bookie have him in foul trouble? If I'm not mistaken, DeMarcus Cousins had him in foul trouble. Let's go back to the last game they played against Denver. They're not even playing him, but I'm just trying to show you that Jokic is a foul prone dude, man. 5 fouls in 20 minutes. Let's go see his fouls from his games. Okay, so he's cutting down 4-4, 4-5-5, 5-4-4-4, 6-5, 5-4. So he got he's a foul prone dude, so that's kind of why I never trust him. And look at these minutes. You never know. His minutes are inconsistent. He was getting them for a little stretch, but I don't know if we can bank on that now. Yeah, Jokic, he does reach too much, man. I don't know if he's gonna kill that young in the pool. I think he can have a solid game, but I'm not sold on Landry going off, man. So pretty much I'm gonna try to make a lineup right now. Fix all this, gonna clear it out, get my favorite players in here. So let's see. We're gonna go Boogie. I'm gonna type in Boogie in the search bar. Paul George is pretty much a lock for me. Oladipo's a lock. Now, what I'm trying to figure out which parts do we want to go contrarian. Let's see. Let me go back to power forward. I like Thaddeus Young, man. Do I really want? Is there any way Thaddeus can't get 17 and 10 on Philly, bruh? They're already not gonna make that many shots. So I feel like 10 rebounds is guaranteed for him. And no, Kyle Andrew's playing the 4, yeah. So let's just say for the sake of you guys that like Landry, we're gonna put Landry in this lineup. It's a tournament, so No, matter of fact, I'd rather go Thomas. I'd rather punt Thomas. I think all those guys are gonna be out, so that leaves us some salary. We can possibly go Rondo here. We go Rondo. We can go with that boy Evan Turner. I hope he comes off the bench, man. I really do. I really do. Okay, shooting guard, second shooting guard. This is tough. I think we can find some value here. Uh, let's see. Damn, shooting guard is tough, man. I don't really want to have too much stock in Jordan Clarkson. Maybe Lou Will. 25 minutes for Lou Will shit value. I hope Kobe. Oh, there's no news on Kobe being out or anything. Man, Kobe just need to sit out this game, bro. Cause I want to play Clarkson. So for the sake of being safe, we'll just go Middleton. We'll just go Middleton. I'm probably gonna have to downgrade Rondo back to Moutier. Just because we have to be safe we have to be safe somewhere. You don't ever want to be too contrarian. You want to be safe and then contrarian. You probably want to have about 2 contrarian plays. And right now, I think Thomas Robinson probably won't be that contrarian. But I don't think he'll be more than 10% owned. More than 5% actually. So yeah, that is contrarian. So power forward, we can go Jabari maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Let's do the starting power forward for Toronto. Yo, like just looking at this on paper, okay, I'm not playing Jared Bayless versus Lowry. Middleton, I like him a little bit versus DeRozan. Well, I like him a lot. Giannis versus James Johnson is kind of a fade for me. Greg Monroe versus Bismack, kind of a fade for me. So I'm looking at Jabari. So I'm gonna play Jabari, man. I don't think that's too contrarian. Then that only leaves us 2,700 to work with. So I'm probably gonna have to fade. Damn, Daniel. What if I go? I like Sloan, but I can't play him, man. I don't know if I can play Sloan, man. I really want to play him, but you just never know with these minutes, bro. What if I go super? Nah, that's too contrarian. If I go with Cannon and Watson, shit. We're gonna keep Moutier. We're just gonna have to find value somewhere else. Gonna have to get somebody to boot. I don't want to play Bojan though. Don't play Bojan. Paul George locked into my lineup. Let's see. I like Middleton. Do I want to fade this 40 point? Even if he doesn't hit value, it's 40 points. Like 40 points from him on this slate is gonna be pretty darn good because I'm not sold on any shooting guards. Really. Who would you guys fade actually from this lineup that I have right now? Who's the biggest fade? Is Paul George worth fading? Can we get away with fading Paul George? Maybe we can go. Let's see. Just that he has such a good matchup, man. I don't think Paul George is going to be high on because he kills so many people lineups. And I think he has 50-point upside today. I think he's killed Boston already. Let's go take a look. I really think he's killed Boston, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Okay, so he's averaging 25 and 9 against them in 3 games. So let's see. What the hell? Damn, he hasn't played Boston in a minute. So in 37 minutes in the L, 23 points. Okay, 18, 20, 23, 26, plus that, 34, 35 FDP. And that's on the road. That's on the road. And that's with Jake Crowder playing. So we're not going to kill him for that. Okay, so first week, he put out 26 and 10. All right, so that's 24. We're doing the math right now. 26, 28, 31, 32, 42, 43, 44 FDP. That's pretty good. So now let's look at this last one at Boston. 26. All right, that's 20, 22, 25, 26, 36, 37, 38. So at Boston, he hasn't had that many good games, but I feel like, man, since it's a home game, he might bounce back. His only home game, he went off against them. And this time there's no Jay Crowder. So With there being no Jay Crowder, man, who's gonna really slow him down? Let's go look at the projected lineup for Boston. Evan Turner can't guard Paul George, just to let you guys know. Evan Turner, man, I don't know if I can fade Paul George. Let's see. Replace Middleton with Bradley and keep Rondo. He's too hard to trust. You never know when you're gonna get that production from him. Turner will make him turn the ball over heavy. What turn? I'm an Evan Turner fan, and Evan Turner is not that great defensively. He's gonna lock up Paul George. Hollis, we still haven't seen him max. He could be today. Yeah, Hollis Thompson. Yeah, he's still like 30 points is his upside, and he gets that once in a blue moon. Like that's getting a little bit too risky. And they're projected to lose. I'd rather just play Bojan at the same price. Okay, PG lock for 45 to 50. Yeah, you think PG gets 30 tops? No way. He's definitely getting more than 30 at home with everybody else having a bad matchup. Plays Middleton with Brad. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Middleton leave in 25, 29. Thompson will get all the minutes. Yeah, I like Thompson to get a bunch of minutes, but we see his up. He doesn't have much upside. Even I see if you like Ish Smith, Sloan 8-ish for lunch last game. Wallace, we still haven't seen what he is, man. Bojan is off. Fade PG 13 or Fournier. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't fade P. Yo, when I don't even like playing PG 13, and like I feel like I can't fade him today, man. That's a little bit too tough for me right now. I'm probably gonna have to downgrade Middleton, man. Middleton, you're about to get the boot because 8,300 is a little bit too much of an elite price for me to pay up. Maybe you can get cute and play Lou Will. If Kobe's out, maybe we can play some Lou Will. But if Kobe's out, I'm gonna probably just end up playing Clarkson. So who knows? So for right now, we're just gonna mess around with this Lou Will. Let's see what Lou Will did against the Kings earlier in the season. Actually, let's see if he had any good games against them. So he's played them 3 times, averaging 14, 7, and 2. Let's see. All right. Okay, second game of the season, he had 6, 8, 11, 14, 15, 19. Okay, that's still not his value in 26 minutes. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Kobe definitely played that game. I'm certain of it. Damn, they haven't played Sacramento for a minute. All right, so in 32, he's not seeing 32 minutes today. His value with the 32 minutes, he's not getting that. Okay, 33. So damn, it's I'm probably gonna fade Lou Will just because it might be a little bit too risky for me. Next, Sauce Castillo, 26 minutes. That's getting cute. Man, I just really like freaking Jordan Clarkson so much. I might just have to play Avery Bradley, man. He might see 40 minutes today, and 25 for maybe Bradley might not be so bad, but I don't really see him. That's tough. I'm liking Jordan Clarkson so much, bro. I'm just gonna keep Jordan Clarkson and upgrade somewhere else. So we're gonna upgrade Thomas Robinson. Let's see how much he leaves exactly 5K. Pretty much telling us to get Miles Turner, but I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna leave Thomas Robinson. See if we can upgrade. Damn, this is really hard to work with. I don't know for right now, man. I think I'm about to just end this video because I really can't decide right now to save my life who's gonna get this boot or not. So with that being said, I'm gonna just say my favorite plays, man. My favorite plays. I like Jordan Clarkson. He's one of them. Oladipo is one of them. Paul George is one of them. Of course, Boogie's a lock for me. Man, Boogie might be the only way I could get Fade and Boogie might be the only way I could get this lineup to work. But I'm not. I'd rather just force Boogie in and take the 60 and worry about getting value somewhere else. But there's probably gonna be a lot of news to come out, and maybe I can get crazy and I could just do this. DJ Watson, Isaiah Cannon, lock him in, and then I can just upgrade 7,500 and get my boy Thaddeus Young. That could also work, but I feel like that might be a little too risky. But right now, I like that. Leave 500. I'm already entered into this. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna see what you guys are talking about, and then we're gonna come to an end with the video. Everyone's okay. Everyone's gonna fade Giannis. His homie's gonna drop another 60. I'm not sold, man. On Toronto, I'm really not sold on him doing against Toronto. Of course, he can drop 60. Let's go look at Giannis games real quick when he's doing these, like when he's dropping these 60 burgers against Houston. Okay, that's clear. He can do that. Minnesota, another bad team. OKC, another bad like horrible defense actually. 70 against a 71. Maybe he gets 50 today, but I feel like yes, he's playing point guard, but is he really gonna get 14 assists? I say he gets six assists versus 6, 7 assists versus Toronto, 20 points, and that's about. I don't know, bro. I think you guys are reaching with the Giannis, man. I, maybe I'm just a little bit biased because I don't see him as a superstar, and I feel like that's a superstar price point, like price point. But man, 99. I did play him. I did play him at 9,600 last game, so he's getting heavy minutes, but I'm not sold on him. Okay, I'm all in on Sweet taking leadership, bro. Team, what up? What up, Birdman? Okay. What up, Kobe from Camp DFS from DFScamp.com? You know my new site. Sign up there. Bradley has limited upside. Yeah, Bradley upside is definitely limited. Landry's safer. Yeah, Landry's a lot safer than Robinson. I just think Robinson could be a sneaky tournament play if all those backup big men are out for Brooklyn. Fade Clarkson, Gary Harris all day. Bo 25. All in on Biyombo. Peyton is out. Play Watson. No way. Giannis for 40, maybe 45. Yeah, the Greek Freak will. Yeah, I think Greek Freak will have a good game, but I'm not sold, man. Let's go. Okay, somebody said against Toronto's been bad against small forwards recently, so we'll go to Roto Grinders, man. Let's see. I didn't put 3 weeks. We'll go last 3 weeks. Just see how many games that was. Let's see where Toronto ranks against them. Okay. So Toronto, they're just right above. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're 11th worst against small forwards. 11th best versus small forwards. I don't know, man. The thing. I just trust James Johnson defense enough to slow down Greek Freak. Do you think maybe Toronto even slows the pace down of this game because pretty much Milwaukee can dictate the pace of the game against Brooklyn and teams like OKC already play fast, but against Toronto they play slow. So if they're in command of this game, they don't have to rush. They don't, especially on night 2 of a back-to-back. They're probably gonna try to slow the pace down a little bit and take Milwaukee out of their groove. So right now, I don't know, man. And on Toronto, I don't think they turn the ball over a lot. So a lot of Greek Freak steals and blocks and all that stuff might not be there for him. I'm just not sold on him, man. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm not sold on him. They're playing Powell. No, they will not. Powell's not going to start today. Whenever there's an elite like player, damn. See, I'm even calling Greek Freak elite. Whenever there's like a great wing player, they start James Johnson for defense. Powell only starts when there's nobody at small forward or shooting guard for DeRozan to defend. So you won't slow him down. JV out. I think JV's likely out. He had a hand injury. Let's take a look. Will not return after injury in his left hand. Okay. Damn. So we probably actually won't know because I thought it was actually bad. I thought it was on the same hand that he injured before when he left, when he was out for like a month or so. But right now we don't have no confirmation on Jonas V being out. But I think he sits this out just because it's night 2 of a back-to-back. So there's really no reason for him to play. So we'll see. But with that being said, man, I'm definitely about to end this video. Any last words, man? Before I leave, too, make sure to give this a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys watching right now. It's kind of early in the day. I'm probably gonna keep doing videos. I'm probably gonna do another one tomorrow. Uh, I'll try. I'm gonna try my best to do a late night stream today because I got plans in the morning. So I'm definitely probably not gonna do nothing tomorrow in the afternoon. So with that being said, we're definitely gonna come to an end. I appreciate you guys again sticking by. Definitely keeping the chat live, man. And look at this, man. Just scrolling through all this, that means I definitely had an active chat. And you guys, I appreciate that, man. Makes me feel good. So that being said, definitely gonna come to an end. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and more content will be coming soon. Peace.